Hello class 9, this is Neha Singh, your science teacher, and I'm here to make you aware about how we can derive graphically the motions of equations in this chapter, in this video of this chapter. Chapter number 8, motion. So let's start. So in our previous video, we have learned about the equations of motion, in which we have learned the first motion of equation, which is v is equals to u plus at, that we get from rearranging the formula of acceleration. Then we get the s is equals to ut plus half at square. We got this by rearranging the formula for average velocities, and v square minus u square is equals to 2as. This is known as the velocity time equation. This is known as the position time equation, and it is known the velocity time equation, position velocity equation, where v is the initial final velocity, u is initial velocity, a is acceleration, t is time, and the s is the distance covered by a body. So let's derive them graphically by the graphical method. So for the first motion of equation, that is v is equals to u plus at, just consider the velocity time graph of a body. The body has an initial velocity u at point A, and then its velocity changes at a uniform rate from A to B in time t. So it is changing like that. In other words, there is a uniform acceleration from A to B. And after the time t, the final velocity will become v at this point. From origin to v, will get the final velocity as v, which is equals to the bc in this case. In the graph paper, the time t is represented by the oc here, right? So what we'll do here to complete the figure, what we'll do, we'll draw the perpendiculars like eb here. We'll draw the perpendicular like eb, the dotted lines you can see in the picture, the bc and the ad, right? Dotted pictures. From this, what we can do, we need to find out the slope of the area, because we know the slope of the velocity time graph will give you the what? The information about the acceleration. So here we know that slope is equals to, slope of the graph will give you the acceleration. Slope is here like that will be equal to, you can see here in the next figures, initial velocity we have took as OA, that is u. Final velocity v. From the graph we have find it out easily. So acceleration is the slope of the line AB, which is BD upon AD. Here the slope of the line is BD upon AD. This one. This will give you this slope about the information. So BD upon AD. AD is equals to OC, which is equals to t, right? And what is BD? BD, we can say that BC is equals to BD plus DC. DC is equals to OA. So that will be, and BC is completely V. So we can find that V minus U is equals to BD. If we put all these together, then we will get V minus u upon t is equals to acceleration. Just rearrange them, that will get at is equals to v minus u, and here v is equals to u plus at, the first motion of equation. You can see here in the next thing also that BD plus OA, finding the BC also from the equation, we just find out the slope and these things, put the equations together and we'll get this equation. This equations can be rearranged and it is known as the first motion of equation. So in the similar manner, we'll find out the second motion of equation with the same graph. In this graph, what we'll do, we'll find out the area, because the second motion of equation is having the distance between them, and you know very well the area of the graph will give you the distance information about the distance. So here we can conclude there are two things, that is, one is the triangle, rectangle here, and the triangle rectangle OADC and the triangle half ABD. And you know very well about the area. Total area of the graph will be area of the rectangular, that is length into breadth, plus half, that will be base into height. Right, so if you will do this, right, so for what length will be here OC, that is time, and breadth is OA, that is u, plus half base is AD, which is equals to OA again, and height will be BD, and we know very well VD is V minus U. हमने वो पहले ही कर लिया था. So here what we'll do, OC is T, that is U, plus half OA is U, and that is V minus U. So if you get it, you can replace it from the first motion of equation. V minus U is equals to 80. So if you can put it here also, and you will get the answer as UT plus half AT square. S is equals to, that is the distance. You can see this from this thing also. Distance traveled, area of the triangles, that is UT, half is half AT square. We have just replaced the T and AT here with the things, and you will get the half AT square. And similarly, in the same manner, by finding the area of the trapezium, we can get this 2AS minus AB by just rearranging and putting the first equation in the similar manner. So we'll get it. That is some of the parallel side, and we'll get these equations. I hope this part is clear to you all. And we have come to the last topic of this chapter, that is uniform circular motion. What is uniform circular motion? When a body is moving in a circle, it is called circular motion. But in other words, it is moving in a circle, so it is circular motion, but along a circular path, its direction is continuously changing. So if this direction is continuously changing, so velocity will also be changed, because if the direction changes, the velocity could be different at any point. So we can say that it is an accelerated motion. So when a body moves in a circular path with uniform state, it is having uniform circular motion or the accelerated motion. And the force that is need to be there, that is called the centripetal force. But to calculate the body, to calculate the speed of a body in uniform circular motion, so if it is moving in a circular path, then it is traveling a distance equal to its circumference, which is given as the 2 pi r. 2 pi r. So where is the radius of the circle? So distance upon time, distance will become 2 pi r, circumference, that is time. So that will, pi is the 22/7. You can find out easily what will be the equations. Like similarly, you can find the other numerical related problems to it, that is given in your NCERT question answers also. I might read the question here right now so that you could understand easily. So it states that, the question states that, if you can say that any artificial satellite is moving in a circular orbit, it is having the radius of 42250 kilometer, and we need to find its speed if it taking 24 hours to revolve around the earth. So radius is given and the time is given. We have to find out what the speed or the velocity. We know very well it is moving in a circular path, that will be 2 pi r, the distance upon time. So 2 pi 3.14 you can also take, and 22/7 you can take. Multiply 42250 divided by 24. If you want to change into seconds, so you have to multiply by 3600 also. So you will get the answers like 3.07 kilometer per second in this case. Hope you got to know the all topics related to it. We'll meet you with the next topic, next part, and the next chapter of the science. Till then, take care everyone and keep learning. Thank you.